When Maria invited me to dinner with her parents, I thought it was a meaningful step in our relationship. We had been dating for over a year. And even though we had our ups and downs, I believed we were doing well. She told me her family was excited to meet me, so I dressed my best, hoping to make a good impression. The restaurant was a cozy, upscale Mexican spot. Her choice, both romantic and lively. As we took our seats, Maria's parents greeted me kindly. They spoke English, though sometimes they switched to Spanish. I didn't mind, but once dinner started, Maria and her mother kept exchanging looks and laughing at things they said in Spanish. I couldn't shake the feeling that the laughter wasn't as innocent as it seemed. At first, I told myself I was imagining it. Maria was always playful with her family. Maybe that's just how they interacted. But then the smiles started turning into smirks, and I noticed her dad hiding a grin behind his glass. Every time I tried joining in, Maria would translate, but barely. As if it wasn't worth her time. Then came the moment that confirmed everything. Maria looked right at me, smiled sweetly, and said something under her breath to her mom. The whole table burst into laughter. I asked, "What's so funny?" Maria just waved it off. "Nothing, babe. Just a family joke." But the sharpness in her tone said it wasn't nothing. The longer the night went on, the more obvious it became. Their jokes weren't random. They were aimed at me. Whether it was about my clothes, my way of speaking, or how I asked the waiter for water, Maria found a way to turn it into a private joke. I sat there, smiling politely, while secretly being the target of their amusement. It wasn't just rude, it was embarrassing. I had come with good intentions, only to realize I was being treated like entertainment. My patience wore thin, but I stayed calm. I wasn't going to give them what they wanted. A reaction. Maria had always made little comments and called it teasing. But this wasn't teasing. This was public humiliation, in front of the people who might have been my future in-laws. The betrayal cut deeper than any fight we'd ever had. She used a language barrier as a weapon, and I sat there powerless. I kept my composure, but inside I was making a decision. I wouldn't pretend this was normal. I excused myself to the restroom, not because I needed a break but because I needed to breathe. Standing in front of the mirror, I thought about all the signs I had ignored. How I'd brushed off Maria's sarcasm as fiery personality. But this wasn't passion. This was deliberate. When I returned, she was in the middle of another comment, her mom giggling. They didn't even notice I was back. That's when I knew what I had to do. I wouldn't give them the satisfaction of seeing me upset. I waited until the waiter brought the bill. Before Maria could touch her purse, I calmly handed over my card, paid for everyone's meal and stood up. "Thank you for dinner," I said to her parents, staying polite. Maria looked surprised, thinking I was just stepping away. But I placed my napkin down and said, "Maria, enjoy the rest of your evening. I'm not going to be part of this joke anymore." Her smirk dropped. Panic flickered in her eyes. She didn't expect me to speak up, not even this calmly. Her parents exchanged confused looks, sensing something had changed. Maria tried to laugh it off, saying I was too sensitive. But the issue wasn't sensitivity, it was respect. I had given her many chances to treat me as an equal. But tonight she showed me who she really was. No relationship survives when one person treats the other like a joke. I left that restaurant not angry but clear-minded. Maria's behavior revealed more about her than any serious talk ever could. The silence that followed me out felt better than anything I could have said. Few days later she texted. She said I had taken it the wrong way, that her family joked like that with everyone. But deep down she knew the truth. And the fact that she defended her actions instead of apologizing told me everything I needed to know. I didn't reply. Some situations don't deserve a response. That night, Maria introduced me to her parents, but she also revealed her true self. Leaving wasn't a loss. It was the only respectful choice left. And in the end, the silence that followed spoke louder than any apology she could give.